It's time to try out another Team of the Season defender, and we have the 89 rated Wesley Fofana. If you want to improve your ultimate team and need some coins to do so, you should check out my sponsor IG Vault. There's a link to do so in the description, and if you use the code Kieran, you'll get yourself a nice little discount off your order. Now, it actually wasn't too long ago that we had Future Stars Fofana available, and it was a decent card. I've got to be honest, I wasn't massively keen on it. I thought it was a good centre back, but not a great one. So I'm hoping that this Team of the Season variant does feel like a substantial upgrade versus that card. He's got a 2-star weak foot and 2-star skills, which is standard pretty much for a centre-back. Do wish he had a better weak foot just for clearances though. Stands at 6'3" and has medium work rates with no traits being applicable. In regards to in-game stats though, there is some very nice attributes. Obviously the pace column is definitely good to see. Defenders underrated pace right now, obviously aren't too ideal. He's got some really nice physicals with the 94 strength being a big standout, as well as the 97 jumping. He is 6'3" and has 97 jumping, so aerially he should be a beast. So we'll see how that plays out in game. The defensive stats are absolutely stacked for the most part. A good defensive awareness of 87, really good stand tackling of 94, and a decent slide tackling attribute of 91. Dribbling actually looks solid for a centre-back. Nice agility of 80, good reactions of 89, and a decent ball control stat as well. So hopefully he is very composed in possession for a CB. And then we come on to the passing, which is actually outstanding. 99 short and long passing for this guy. That's brilliant. Like, that's better than some midfielders. So yeah, maybe this guy could make for an excellent CDM option. Maybe we'll try him out in that role as well. Also worth noting, he's got good vision too. Some centre backs do actually have really nice short and long passing, but their vision isn't that great, so that affects their ability to distribute, especially when not facing the right way. But with this guy, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Does have some decent shooting stats as well with the shot power and long shots, but ultimately we're just not going to get to test that. So yeah, all in all though, I think this card looks really good, and it's costing about 320k right now, and that doesn't seem a bad price for a good looking centre back who's not only in the Premier League but also French. Chem style wise, you have already seen that I've applied a shadow. Ultimately, I just think for gameplay reasons that is the best one to go for. Gives him pretty elite pace and maxes out some of his defensive stats, and let's be honest, his physicals are already pretty damn good, so we don't really need to touch them. So ultimately, I think shadow is the chem style to go for this guy, unless you are planning on playing him at CDM, in which I would then recommend engine. But since we're going to start him as a centre back, shadow is going to be the one for me. Okay, interestingly, we're actually up against Future Stars Fofana in Fofana's debut. Interesting, balls in behind, but Fofana deals with it well. Yes, Fofana, we like that. The double tackle, we like that even more. Ugh, played myself into a bit of trouble there. Fofana, have to clear up field. Fofana, hunting down Cesinha and showing good pace to keep up with him as well, and actually does dispossess him, and somehow we've got the throw there. Very composed clearance there from Fofana. Just put his foot on the ball, just passed it out. There's a chance as Fernandes tries to get around Fofana, but this Fofana feels quick, I'm telling you now. And I think you can see that in the way that he's kept up with Tio there. I actually didn't even press tackle there, so that foul's a bit annoying. Oh, here's an interesting chance. Oh, Fofana with the pace and a great sliding challenge there to get ahead of Payet. Okay, well there's half time, and I have to say Fofana has been outstanding so far in that first 45. Nice Fofana, another intercept. Oh, big tackle there, because if that was mistimed, Cesinha is in. Yeah, Fofana's having absolutely none of that. Here goes Argent Robin. Look at the pace of Fofana to catch him there. He's been really unlucky with the tackle as well. Oh, but he's eventually come away with it. And the game ends at 3-3, and I've got to say, that result really does Fofana a disservice. He was brilliant in that game. He really was. Okay, Fofana's got a tough task in this one. Team of the Year Luan and record breaker Mbappe. Oh, here's a chance. Mbappe's going to try and get in behind Fofana, but he's got enough pace to keep up with him. And we've made the shot more difficult for him. Here we go. Neymar up against Fofana. What's he going to do? He's going to cut inside, and Fofana's going to read it nicely. And unfortunately give away the corner, but we block the incoming attack. Oh, interesting Fofana. Not the most convincing clearance, but we'll take it. No, I don't think so. You're not just going to run past Fofana. He's actually quite quick, which I really do like. Fofana is just denying everyone to do it, although he's made a bit of a mistake there, but recovers nicely. Well, that was one hell of a first half. Once again, Fofana outstanding. Fofana, hopefully this stays in the field of play. It's not a bad clearance at all, is it, to be fair? He's got the ball just completely away from any danger, and potentially on another day could have set up an attack. Fofana once more up to the task. Got a bit lucky with the pass there though, but you know what, we'll take it. And I didn't want him to run forward there, but I guess I was holding LB. Chance for Salah. Oh, Fofana does I kinda did enough to put a bit of pressure on him there, but that was a good save from Perp. Not the best shot from the opposition as well, worth noting. Oh, we've got very fortunate here, and we're going to concede. Oh wow, Perp is on fire! Fofana, thanks for keeping that one in. Nice ball upfield for Vardy as well. And it might pay off for us. No, thank you, Mbappe. We will be taking that. Nice, Fofana. Once again, right place, right time, makes the clearance. Wesley Fofana, once again, was absolutely brilliant. And I think you can tell from the amount of clips I'm getting with him that he's just doing a really, really good job in that back line. Okay, so let's chat about this Fofana item. Now, before we get into things, I want to go back to a comment I made at the start when I was talking about the Future Stars Fofana card, which is a card that I thought was good, but it wasn't anything special. And with this Team of the Season card not actually being a massive upgrade on that Future Stars item, I didn't have too big of an expectation for this Team Season variant. I didn't think it was going to be much better, but I was wrong, and wrong in a big way. This Team Season card is a massive upgrade on that Future Stars card, in my opinion. As I say, that Future Stars card, I thought it was good, but not a card that I would use regularly. This Team Season Fofana, I would use regularly. It was really freaking good for me, and yeah, as I say, I actually enjoyed using it. And yeah, let's get into things. Let's just do that, shall we? First of all, let's talk about the pace. He's very quick, and I know he's got a Shadow Chem style on him, but I've used centre-backs with Shadow Chem on them before, and the pace doesn't feel that amazing. This guy felt rapid in-game, and if you watch the clips, you'll know exactly what I'm referring to, regularly catching up to players like Mbappe with relative ease, so that was really, really pleasing. In a positional sense, he just sits back and defends. Medium work rate, so he's not like someone who's just going to stay there, but even when he gets pulled out of position, he does find his way back, which is awesome. His passing for a defender, I think, is great, and definitely could play that CDM role if you wanted him to do so, just because his passing ability is good enough. Always go off of his right foot though, and we'll touch on that later in the video. Dribbling, once more, for a centre-back is brilliant. I don't think he'd be great as a centre-mid or anything like that, but his dribbling's good enough for a CDM, I guess, but wouldn't use him any further up the pitch. But for a centre-back, he's got good agility, really nice ball control, and decent composure, so he is good on the 10. For a centre-back, which is great. And then finally we come on to, the defending, what he's meant to do. And his defence for me was class. He's very strong in the tackle, which is great. He makes plenty of intercepts, and he reads through balls really, really nicely. And also, I thought his slide tackling was great. He's one of these players who's got his freakishly long legs that just reach out and just nab the ball off the would-be attackers. And then let's talk about his physicals. Literally, he is very, very strong in game. That's one of his strengths. I like his aggression, his fight for the ball, and I also like his aerial ability because he's got really good jumping, and yeah, he's quite tall, so he just naturally wins loads of aerial duels. And all in all, it's an excellent centre-back card, and I would go as far to say it's probably the best Team Season centre-back I've used so far. Do have to point out though, I'm yet to use Alaba over a long period, but nonetheless, this Fofana is excellent. And in terms of Premier League centre-backs, I think he's definitely worth a pickup. For me, definitely better than Ruben Diaz. It's not even close. This Fofana card is much better. He just fits the game so much more. I think it's because he's a lot more mobile, and he's just very, very solid defensively. So yeah, I think 300 odd K for this card is actually a really good price, and if he drops much further, I think he's actually going to become quite a bargain. So yeah, excellent card, and if you manage to get it in your red picks, congrats, because you've got yourself a really good French centre-back who's obviously very easy to link into a high-level teams because he's in a good league and also is from a good nation. So yeah, love the card, think it's class, and definitely will use it again. So that's where we're going to end this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like rating on it. If you've got any questions about the card, pop them down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.